One take, one take. This is NBA One Take featuring yours truly, Pretty Boy Lakers. This is NBA One Take for your head. NBA One Take for your brain. Coming to you live from my home. This is NBA One Take, October 30th, 2024. Four games on the docket. Four games for me on the docket. The first game is a big matchup between the Dallas Mavericks versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. You got Luka versus Ant. Luka versus Ant. But but the Dallas Mavericks continue their winning ways, beating the Minnesota Timberwolves, who's led by my man Kyrie Irving, was really playing well. Finished with 35. Luka Doncic, not too much of a good night, but he had 24, 8, and 8. Klay Thompson, not too well. He had 7. And PJ Washington was really doing a lot of playmaking. He had 17 and 8 for the Dallas Mavericks. Big win for them as they continue their winning ways in the start of the early part of the season. But Anthony Edwards, man, he had 37. At one point, he was just not missing. He was on fire in that first quarter, and Julius Randle finished with 20, but they was just unable to hold on. It's a tough loss for them. But the Minnesota Timberwolves, so far for what I'm seeing, not having Karl Anthony Towns is looking good. Looking good. Even with these losses, I'm seeing like the dynamics of the team. They look fine. I think as the season goes on with Chris Finch, I think it'll be something. It'll be something. All right. The next game is the hometown team, the Brooklyn Nets, losing to the Denver Nuggets in overtime. This was a really good game, man, but it was just Denver was just not trying to go down that rabbit hole of their losing ways. But Nikola Jokic, a triple-double, 29, 18, and 16. This is just monster numbers, like Chamberlain-esque type numbers in his latest stage of his career. Jamal Murray had 24. Aaron Gordon had 24 as well. Michael Porter Jr. with 16, and Russell Westbrook with 22 off the bench for the Nuggets. Denver needed this win. They have to figure something out there. Just people just really questions on them, but this is a big win. For the Nets, there's led by Dennis Schroeder. He had a 20 and 14 assists. Cam Thomas was really lighting it up with 26. You know, he does his thing. Cam Johnson had 20. Dorian Finney-Smith had 17. Nick Claxton had 16 points and 12 rebounds. And Zaire Williams had 18 off the bench, notably for the Nets. The Nets, it's not constructive for them to win right now. So right now, I think they just they just want to see what's out there. And maybe they'll go big fish hunting. Maybe they're not. We don't know. I don't really know what the hopes of this team right now. They're just really in the spell. And the next game of the night is the Golden State Warriors beating the Pelicans without Steph, who's out with an injury. 124-106, led by one Buddy Hield, who had 28. Pajemski had 19. Moses Moody 17. Draymond Green 3 points with 7 assists. Lindy Waters was a big spot for them. Yes, 21 and 8. And Jonathan Kuminga had 17 for the Warriors. But for the Pelicans, really nothing from anybody because Zion had 31 and BI had 30. You're really not getting anything from anyone else. And that's tough. That's tough to hear, man. That's tough to hear. They having those other guys on the team. I know DeJounte Murray's out, but man, there's a lot of expectation with the Pelicans this season, and it's a lot. There's a lot, and I think they're going to try to really. I think not able to move Brandon Ingram. They're going to try to go for it all this season, and if they don't do it, they will be doing major roster reconstruction this summer. Okay, and the last game of the night is the Sacramento Kings as they smashed the Utah Jazz 113-96. led by Domantas Sabonis 28-11, De'Aaron Fox with 19, and DeMar DeRozan had 20 points and eight rebounds. And for the Jazz, led by Jordan Clarkson had 21, Keontae George with 10 points and 11 assists, and John Collins had 18 for the Jazz. Jazz, it's that type of season for them. They're going to be competitive, but the Kings needed this win. They just have to get some kind of winning ways to move forward here in the Western Conference. But this is NBA One Takes Pretty Boy Laker, and I'm out.